All right, y'all. I am live. I'm gonna give it a minute to see if someone pop in. I know it's been a minute since I've been on. It remind me what, like almost a year or something. But anyway, welcome to She Evolves. It's Friday. I'll be back again every Friday at 7 o'clock. This is my senior project. So I want you to take this journey with me through the end of the semester. This is the last semester of undergrad. And when I tell you it's kicking my ass for real, ready to get this over with. And if any of my professors are watching, I said what I said. I'm ready to get it over with. Um, so again, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if anybody hop on. All right, I see somebody, but I don't know who it is. So okay, who is it? Who's on? So I can see who's watching and tell me where you're watching from. Are you watching me from Facebook or YouTube? Where you watching from? All right, I see 3 people in the room. Okay. 4. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get this conversation started. Like I said, um, this is part of my senior project. We're not about to go long on this. It's not going to be a real long series, but I do want you guys to, join this journey with me as I said, continue on with my education and just complete this last semester of undergrad. So again, I will have a bachelor's of arts in gender, sexuality, and women's studies. So right now, as it always been, was Black women and everything about Black women. Because why not? I'm a Black woman. So we are actually going to focus on the objectification and exploitation of Black women. So I actually put a link in the description box just so you can see what I'm talking about. And I know that I'm just not up here talking to be talking. Then I'm bringing y'all facts. So this is years of research from like hundreds of years ago. Now this is not dated back that long ago, but however, some of the pieces that I will be bringing in as references will be from forever ago. But I want to just kind of hit on why Black women are so objectified and exploited, right? And we all know that it's rooted in slavery. It has nothing to do with the fast little girl. It has nothing to do with what society today claims to be adultification. None of that, right? And all comes from slavery. It all stems from slavery. And it's the white man fetish for the Black bodies. And if you look at this piece, it was actually a write up. It's not actually from Bell Hooks, but it's a write up. What is her name? It's actually it's called The Butt of Jokes, Negotiating My Hits. And this is Victoria Washington, and she just kind of hits on what Bell Hooks says about the Black female's body and how she brought in I hope you all know who Sarah Bottom is. And how, I don't know how or why, but she was renamed and or called the Hottentot Venus. Um, and she was taken from Africa, placed in Europe, and put on display. And people had to come in to buy tickets, and they called her a freak show. She was part of the circus, right? So because she had the big hips, the big butt, the big lips, the big tits, all of that, she was what they actually made fun of. So, okay, so let me see. No one's coming yet. Um, Yeah, so again, I want you to actually dive into this article, right? And everything that they said years ago just kind of proves where we're at today. And when I said it went down in the DM, it really went down in the DM, right? Because the other day I posted just this random picture, right? Model pic. Shout out to Terrence Drake, who always does my photos. However, um, it clearly said MSW loading. And for y'all that don't know, that means Masters of Social Work loading. So I have already started grad school, even though I have not completed undergrad. But that's a whole new other show. Y'all can, ask me about that if you care, because most people don't care about that because it was mostly, hyper focused. I'm gonna say that the image that was posted, other than what the image was representing. So I decided to just ask the question, what are you referring to? And the amount of shade I got was very remarkable. I thought it to be quite interesting. Um, people getting offended. Oh, I always knew you was smart, and blah, 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 right? Listen, cut the crap. Don't nobody want to hear that. I don't care because that's not what you said in the beginning. Oh, you're so pretty, whatever. Okay. But my transcript looked better. My transcript is prettier. And I just want to note that. I can post that if you want. But again, no one will pay attention to that. No one will pay attention to the transcript. No one will pay attention to the letters on a degree because of the hyper fixation of the human body, especially the Black human body. And why, though, right? Is it that society feel as though that we are exploiting ourselves? So that is what we're going to actually get into um, over the next couple of weeks. I think I have like maybe 5 or 6 shows that we're gonna do, but we are gonna like really tap into that conversation to see where we're all at. Are we exploiting ourselves? Is it objectifying ourselves? Is it women empowerment? What is it? Because we all know the intersectionality of racism and sexism and how it intertwines and how we, and I say we, meaning the Black woman, is pretty much condemned, right? Malcolm X said it, the most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. Um, so let's see. So again, like I do not plan on being here too long today. Again, I don't know who's in here, so y'all talk to me. Who's in here? Because I see some people watching. Let me know if I need to do something. Let me know if you can hear me. Because this time, like I said, I am only live on Facebook and YouTube right now. I anticipate that my platform will grow maybe like next week or something. After I figure this all out. Let's see. Oh yeah, and according to this article, also, the Black woman is the gold digger, right? So we talk about the Black woman archetypes, the sapphire, the what is she? The angry Black woman, the Jezebel, the over sexualized woman, or the woman that perceived to be over sexualized just all the time. The Instagram models, the thirst traps, I guess you would call it. Um, so I really want to know where y'all at, how y'all feel about this segment, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. What is your opinion? Do you agree? Do you think when we as Black women pop out, Are we objectifying ourselves? Do you think you have anything to do with it? When I say you, I mean men. Do you have anything to do with the way that we are being treated? Are we a product of white supremacy? Because our body has never been respected since the beginning of time. Okay, it looks like I got a message. Let's see. Mm. Okay, someone said, but it's the whole idea of selling sex. Well, yeah, we're talking about like the music industry and um, any other industry is exploitation because sex sells, and you know, consequently, this is how the media works, right? But is there an underground message? Is there an underlining message that says that this is what we're doing and why? Um, do we get any empowerment from Megan Thee Stallion from Glow? I know Megan and Glow. I don't know. It's so called beefing right now. I don't know. But anyway, do we have any type of empowerment when it comes to Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi? Who else we got? Lotto. I don't know if Lotto is really like mainstream, but I will say for sure Megan and Cardi and Glow right now at the time are like the top hitters as we talk about um women in music. But we're not just going to focus on women in music, but I will be using the example of their lyrics of how what they're saying today proves how nothing has changed from hundreds of years ago, and how we're still fighting to become at least equal to our counterparts, and whatever that means, whether it's our male counterparts or white women. Well, we'll never get to that part, right? But will there ever be a day and time when women will not be objectified? And if so, what are the steps? What are the strategies that we need to take to get there? Okay, I see some more stuff coming in. Let's see. Okay. Someone said, don't make me your case study. Well, you made yourself my case study. This is the thing. Again, I didn't say this. I'm only inputting my opinion and just kind of translating what all of this says. This is simply a summary and how I perceive it. This is a critical analyst, right? This is my critical thoughts of how I believe this. This is what I think this article is pretty much saying. It's saying that women are objectified, men are objectifying women. Men don't understand the objectification that they put on women because Black women are not valued as human. They're only objects for sex and entertainment. So when we're talking about liberation, And the whole liberation movement is more than the slut walk. It's more than I have a right to walk down the street naked and no one touches me, right? It's far beyond that. We're going to get into liberation in the sense of, yeah, I don't like you. And it's okay for us to say that, right? Because in today, we have rights and we can say, we don't like you. Men no longer own women. So we are no longer property of any man. Okay. Go over to YouTube. Let's see. Okay. So someone said that what about the dynamics of the black family? Yes, we are actually going to get into that because that is a very important piece in history. When we talk about how the black woman was taken from the home, forced to have sex and babies for the white masters. And during that point, it made the black man feel emasculated. And then you fast forward to the 60s when the black man was not allowed to be in the home if the woman was receiving any type of assistance. But we're not there, but we'll get there. But right now, we just want to really focus on what we're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks. Um, and I want you guys to take this journey with me. I want you to email me. I want y'all to check in. I want to have a dialogue, this conversation. Of course, I'm sure somebody gonna hit me up in the DM again, um, and you're gonna get the same conversation again. Um, and to be honest, I think it's funny. I honestly think all of this is funny. It's just like the nerve of anyone to get offended off of a question. But let's see. All right, I got a Facebook viewer. Who do I have? Okay. All right, y'all. I promise I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm reading stuff, reading messages. Mm, mm. The pressures of social media and our younger generation. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Mm. Okay. So I'm a little on the fence about that, right? Like, should children like be able to listen to that type of music and watch those type of videos. It's a parenting thing, right? I don't know. When I was growing up, I don't think we understood what it was anyway. So we could watch it and be like, you dance around and you just like the beat and whatever. You just like what you hear. Um, but we're living in a different day now. So I don't know. I'm not a parent. I don't have any children, so I can't even like give you a straight answer on that. Um, but I will say, as we get deeper into this research and into the background of the enslaved woman and how she became who she is today, really, and how she's fighting back, we're going to actually get into a lot of the lyrics and videos. And I will say, if you're sensitive, if your ears are sensitive, I'm gonna tell you, don't tap in. If you get offended easy, don't tap in. Just like unfollow me now, because um, it's gonna be a whole lot of truth telling. And I think we have been like too soft with society as it pertains to the Black woman. Of course, we can march, and we have the feminist movement, we have the women empowerment conventions, the empowerment movements for women, right? But again, we have been too soft in this movement and not just call it out for what it is. Um, So this is my plan going forward, to just call out all of the BS from what it has been and why it is the way it is today, and what my contribution to this research is going to be. So if you guys just stay tuned, you will find out. And for now, I'm out, but make sure y'all tap in again next week. I will not be doing hour shows anymore. That's a little too much. But I will be back here every Friday, 7 o'clock, from 7 to 7:30 on Facebook and YouTube. Bye.